Shalom, sweet people. I am Maker Strong. My maker makes me strong. And in this video, I am going to do an honest review of PixVerse. All right, so some of you already know that my content is not usually this. I don't usually review any kind of digital anything because I'm not normally very tech savvy. So the thing is, I am trying to do an art film based on my book, The Shaman's Gate. And as I have been working on my part of the production, I've been running into some issues that hopefully me putting this out there is going to help you guys. Hopefully this is going to help you guys as people at PixVerse or you guys who are trying to put things together and you need to know what's going on. Well, the thing about PixVerse is what they have, I think, that is head and shoulders above some of the other AI video production software is that you can do, well, they say you can do consistent characters. And where you do have some characters who come out pretty consistently, it just seems like when those characters are people who have like a dark skin tone, it will not be consistent, and you have to verbally, you have to write in that they have afro hair. You know, you have to write that in every time, even though you have a picture of the character. Now, what I showed you guys right here, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for Monster Lady, but and then it's just, you know, it's AI, so you already know it's not going to be exactly perfect. And the one thing that I will say is that when you tell it this is bad, it usually tries to learn something. But the one thing that I've noticed more than anything is it does not like afro hair. It does not like afro hair. And I put the word kinky and it said that that violated something because I think it has like some key phrases that it will flag for whatever reason. And this character, the reason that I'm very invested in that character for sure, because it's me, guys. That character is based on me. And so I'm very invested in what I look like and how they are presenting me. Notice the hair here. Notice the hair here. And I know that braids might be kind of hard to do, but it's not hard to do for all AI. And as you can see, they got a little closer here when I put the word Senegalese. I put Senegalese braided hair. And I had to say dark black skin because if I just didn't put the skin tone, it was going to give me something else. Now, let's look at this one. So this is this child right here, okay? And I go back, when I go back, hang on. This is supposed to be that child right here. That is supposed to be the one that I just showed y'all. And it's like, is it because I said negative? So the negative prompt is what you put when you don't want certain things. So is it because I put ugly in there that they are like, oh, that's ugly, so they're not going to put that? I mean, I'm not saying that that's what it is. But I know with this character right here, they kept making him look completely different. His hair was very straight and he was really short. This one, they made him Asian. I had to play around with him, but I think they got him pretty good now. Hold on, I'll show you what he looks like this now. Now, of course, they still have crazy eyes. They still haven't made that great. But and then his hair, as you can see, his hair is still very straight, like it's still not what it should have been. But it's closer. It's closer than the Asian guy. Like that, I have no problem with Asian people, but that wasn't the character. So why are y'all making him something that he's not? Oh, here's what I meant by short. A lot of the characters come out like really, this guy, my daughter said he looks 9 and 29 at the same time. Because that guy is supposed to be this guy. Now, what? All right, they got her pretty well. This one, they got her pretty good. Like I said, that's her. That's supposed to be her. And I had to put in Afro. Now you see her arm, her hand is still cocked over, and this cup is like right on her. The mattress is not on the bed. There's a few things that, this thing needs. But as far as like her face, her body type, her skin tone, and her hair, as long as I put the Afro there, she came out pretty good. And I know you guys are like, well, PixVerse is free. I paid for this. I'm not using the free version. This is the paid version. Now, this kid came out pretty close to the original. And I'll show you that too. So that character is this kid. And so if you look at her, but you see her hair is already kind of fine. So it's like PixVerse likes that. PixVerse likes that, but PixVerse doesn't like my braided, curly, wavy braid hair. It doesn't like it. And I haven't even played around with the Shaman or any of them yet because I'm still trying to get past the just being able to have a consistent character. And like I said, this kid right here, I don't know where or why or how it came up with this. But it just did. It just did what it wanted to do. And of course, that character is consistent. This looks like the one before it, but that's not my character. So how do I make my character on PixVerse? And I'm paying $30 a month for the unlimited thingy. And I know that's probably not a lot of money to you guys, but for a person that's on a budget and as this is not supposed to be a film that's like interactive where you see the characters talking to each other and you can see their lips synced with the words and all that. It's just an art film. Okay, so all we really have to go by is the character pictures. And that's another thing. You can't put more than one character at a time, even if you have like you've locked in your characters. You say, like, if I wanted to put this character and this character together in a scene, I cannot do that. And I cannot have like this character, I got this from another AI generated thing. But if I would have tried to do on PixVerse that he's holding the bird, it kept kicking me out and saying that violated their terms of conditions or something, that he holds a bird in his hand. So, yeah. So I have all my characters, and it's not all of them, but I've got quite a few of them locked in. But PixVerse will only make it consistent if they look a certain way. And that way is not the way my characters look. So I'll keep playing with it. I had to play with it for a while to get close to, as you can see, this is like at the top. And I've already deleted the other ones that were just, oh, this Grecian woman that kept showing up for this. Her name is Tabby. And as you can see, like the braids, you see they're like very like silky. And that's not the way the braids are supposed to be. The braids are really supposed to be like this, more so like this than like the other. But it's like learning as I go to say, yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. That's the character. This character, like I said, I played around with the length of her hair, but she already in real life has fine hair, so it liked that. When I kept trying to say afro for his hair, it gave him a big Michael Jackson in the 70s afro. And that's not what I was trying to do. I was just trying to make it consistent with the picture that I have locked in as my consistent character. And I was gonna do one on like right with you guys because I'm gonna go ahead and show you. So this character is not what I needed, right? So let me go ahead and oops. Oh, I got boxes in the way. You guys know how Zoom is. So let me delete this. Okay, delete the file. I'm going to delete all of these because they're sorry. That's not my character. I don't know what's going on with it, but come on. That's not the character I wanted. That's not what I wanted her whole flow to be like. She actually looks older than my character. So where, like I'm saying, like for you guys who are trying to create something and like this right here, the reason that oh my god, woo, the reason that I've tried to delete them is because it's slowing down my system, having to load them up every time. But I do want you guys to see how it's coming out. It's like it doesn't like people of color. I mean, I'm just gonna put it out there like that because that's what's happening. And I don't even like saying people of color because I'm not colored. I'm me. You know, that's some third party point of view saying that I have color. But I mean, we're just using the words that people recognize. Anyway, so I'm gonna do one with that same character and see what they come up with this time. So that character, this one right here, her name is Olive, okay? And I'm gonna try to make Olive. I will try to see if they will do better with Olive. And I will write the prompt in a way, like I said, Olive with brown, dark skin. I have to do that. Stands in the garden watching a butterfly. Let's just do that. Something very simple. But then I also like to put hyper realism and cinematic. I do that because it'll make it look better. And then I'll say it is outside, sun overhead. And then negative, I'll just say I don't want it to be blurry. And I put this blurry and cross-eyed and all that stuff, and it'll still be blurry and it'll still be cross-eyed. But and it'll have deformations. But either way, oh, you see that? Y'all see what I just did? I put it under the text part, and I need to take that out. I've been doing that. I wish they had a default where it would default to the character prompt if you have a character already set up. That's another thing it needs to do, because it's like you'll sit there and write all this stuff, and I'm putting ugly in there. I want to see if that's the reason that it's coming out the way it is. Let me see. Blurry, ugly. I don't want straight hair. I don't want deformations. And I don't want extra fingers. Okay, let's just say that. All right, so the aspect ratio is the same as what you would put on YouTube, and that's how we're gonna do it. And then yeah, so let's go create. So it takes a little bit. I'm gonna try to create like 2 of them. It takes a little while, but I'm looking at these and I'm like, well, these are supposed to be night shots, as you can see, like they're supposed to be outside at night. And I wonder if that's why it's coming in darker. I would like for these daylight shots to be a little darker, but then again, like in the daytime, you do look a little like lighter, I guess, because you're lit by the sun. This one looks more like me. This one really, it kind of captured me. This one too, in a way, except for I wish I had a nose like that. That is such a cool nose. But I think this one looks more like me than anything. These look like, hold on, hold on, hold on. What's going on? This, hang on. If I could find it, golly. It jumps around because it's trying to generate. So it's like I'm moving it. This looks like my daughter. I'll just say it that fast. This looks like my eldest daughter. So, and of course, she looks like me. So it's not that far off the deep end to put them. But even though my daughter looks like me, we don't look like the same person. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, she does look like me. But if we're side by side, I'm pretty sure people will be able to tell who's who. And so I'm gonna try to play around with this. I really would like to keep these. As you can see, the only reason I made this 4 stars is because of the eye. But really, I like this one a lot. And I like this one. I like the nose, but the eye is really jacked up. As you can see, like look at that eye, boy. Now, this character in the book, she actually kind of takes on a different sort of vibe. I'll say it like that. So I guess it doesn't matter if she doesn't look as uh, soft, I guess, as in the other part. That's fine, you know. All right, now look, they did a little better. They did a little better. But as you can see, I said dark skin. Okay, she's standing in the garden looking at the butterfly. This one I think looks a little more realistic. The butterfly looks more realistic, but the hair, they do not like our hair. I don't know what the heck. They hate our hair. They have not included our texture for anything, guys. So even though they did a little better, I'm gonna say no. And I'm gonna go here and see, I don't know how to say what kind of hair. Because if I say Senegalese braids, I mean, like everybody's not gonna have Senegalese braids. And her hair is not braided like Senegalese. It's just not. It's just a regular Grecian type braid, I guess. But it doesn't have to be silky. Her hair is not silky. Her hair is like textured hair. Let me see something. Let me put 4C textured hair. And let me see what happens if I give you 2 of those. Because I know that there's somebody out there probably saying, well, what's wrong with that? Her hair looks good. Well, her hair might look nice on this picture or whatever, but that's not my character. That's not the character that I created. So why can't the character that I created be acceptable as beautiful with her 4C textured hair? Because 4C hair does grow long. It can. So it doesn't have to be silky to be long. So I don't know. So for those at PixVerse, the reason that I've titled this, the reason PixVerse isn't all that great, or I don't know how I'm gonna say it. I'm probably just gonna say what sucks about PixVerse. Maybe that'll help somebody who'll click on that and they will realize that there's not enough variety in the characters that you try to put in your stories. And I know that there is a thing for Black people where you can put Black woman, Black man, or something like that in the prompt, but it only has one idea of what a Black man looks like, and it has one idea of what a Black woman looks like. It doesn't really have the reality, the variation. And of course, it, like I said, I know it's AI and it's learning, but the other AI platforms that I've used, I normally have not run into this problem. Now on Hyper AI, when it tries to add movements, it does do the same thing, but not as bad as this, because at least Hyper will try. They will try. At least you'll start off with a decent looking, like something, then you click it, and then when the movement happens, then you're like, we're in the Wizard of Oz, right? But PixVerse, you guys, y'all suck for Black people. So I already bought this program and I'm gonna go for, what I can on it and make as many consistent characters as I can out of the ones that it will allow me to do. But if I had known that I couldn't really use my characters to make them consistent, I would not have given them $30 a month. And as you can see, her hair has not changed. I put on here 4C texture. That is not 4C textured hair. So it just doesn't know, it's like, and it's not getting better. It's not getting better. So I don't know, guys. I'll keep playing with it because I already paid for it. And like I said, at the very least, I will be able to use some of it for some of my characters. Like I can do something with Myra. I can do something with Alba. This is Alba. Like I said, she already kind of looks like this. This is like very consistent with the character. So I can do some things, but I just can't do all my characters and make all my characters consistent as this thing keeps advertising. So if you're going to advertise something, then it needs to be correct. So anyway, I know I've kind of run long here. I'm going to let you guys go. Hold on, let me see real quick. Did it? No. Okay. Um anyway, let me stop sharing my screen and let you guys go. I'm going to keep playing with it. Like I said, we'll see what we can do to improve. I think I am a pioneer because I am at least now introducing the notion that, you know, people who look like me come in different sizes, shapes, colors, textures. And now the AI is starting to recognize that because I'm loading those things in. But believe me, it wasn't doing well when I first started playing with this a couple of days ago. So, like I said, I'll just keep on going. And I hope this helped you guys in whatever way. Shalom.